Hey y'all, get up on in here for the after show. The after show is live. The after show is live. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, y'all. I'm here and I'm ready. Did y'all get a word this morning? I feel like I'm going on after a pastor that preached a good sermon. And I need to say, did y'all get a good word this morning? Amen. Woo! That's what I feel like in my spirit. That's what my spirit is saying. Talk to the spirit, Lord. Talk to the spirit. Talk to the spirit, Lord. Talk to the spirit. All right, I got the phone together. I got everything together. Hey, Patricia. I got everything together. I'm just waiting on y'all to come on through. And then I'm going to start the show. I'm having me some iced tea and some snaps by Cheez-Its. I love Cheez-Its. But these new little snap, thinly crisp, cheesy thin crisp as they go on, they like the ball. Well, I'm just giving a couple of y'all a couple of more minutes to come through, and then I'm going to start because I ain't going to be long. Hey, Closet Talk. Hey, Moni, no love. I'm going to come through with another word for y'all. I'm going to come through with another word. All right, we're going to get started. Because like I said, I have an appointment in a few minutes, or more than a few minutes, but you know what I mean, like an hour. And I need to get ready for that Zoom call. So let's go. Oh, damn, this is real close. He did something, child, that got me all close to y'all. I ain't never this close. But okay. Hey, how y'all do? Yes, I'm glad my Fenty Beauty is working. Because being this close, honey, you gotta, I gotta look like my pictures in the back that have been filtered. Ooh. Anyway, y'all, welcome to the after show. Y'all know who I am, Joseph McRae. Yes, that's me. Joseph McRae, the other half of the McRae Kingz. Yes, it is. Is that I refuse to call Tramel over here because if I do, he's going to yell at me because he showed me how to do this yesterday. And I forgot which one it was. So you know what? I'm just going to leave it the way it is, even though I think that's it right there. I'm going to yell at you. No, that's not it. That's not the one that I'm looking for. I think that's it. Nope, that ain't it either. There we go. I found it. There you go. That's what I wanted.
Hey, y'all.
Mr. Preacher's in the back. Y'all heard him say hey. Okay, now I feel better because, you know, that's my color right there, blue. Yes, Moni, no love, because they were actually going to come to the house, and I told them Zoom is better, even though me and Jamel are both totally vaccinated. But he's kind of far, but he wanted to, you know, come. And I was like, we could do. He said we could do Zoom, or I could come by. I was like, do Zoom. It works for me. Do y'all see me clear? Yeah, y'all do. Then it's just the what you call it. But anyway, let me go. Let me get started because, like I said, I got to Zoom at 2:30. So, since this is the after show, let's talk about the show. So, Tramel talked about loving oneself. And like he said, he always tells me I'm stuck up and bougie and think I'm the baddest one. And I do. And when I walk in the room, you know I'm coming. I don't have to say a word. You know I'm there because I walk in with my head held high, like, y'all can start now. I'm here. And I don't care where I'm at. That's just the attitude I have. Y'all can start. I'm here. It's like in my mind, they were all waiting for me to come anyway. But that's a good attitude to have. And shout out to, if you don't, learning to love yourself is not an easy task. It is a very hard thing to do. Trust me, I've been there. I had to learn to look at myself. I gave y'all a task to do. A lot of you emailed me back and told me, Joseph, I thought I could do that because it was very easy, but then it ended up being like the hardest thing they ever had to do. And that was looking in the mirror at yourself naked and then telling yourself, I love you 3 times. Most people, according to that study that I saw, can't get past the second I love you because they start looking at themselves and they cry because they realize they hate their body or they hate this or they really don't love that or they don't like this or they don't like that. So it becomes a process. And then you just have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it till you get to the third I love you. And of course, according to the survey, by the time you are able to say the third I love you without crying and actually stand there and appreciate what you see, then and only then does one have complete self-love. I did it. I'm like, I heard that. I'm a child. I got naked. I got out of the shower and I said, oh, let me try this thing, child. I looked at myself the first time and said, I love you, and broke down crying, going, I look horrible. I don't look the way I want to look. Like, this is not the body I want to have. And, it sounds easy, but it's hard. Because in your mind, when you see yourself standing there naked, you're able to pick apart and find all the flaws like Jamel was talking about. But I really don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is, it goes in conjunction with what he was saying. Don't feel bad for putting yourself first. Now, a lot of people think that that's selfish. A lot of people think that that's wrong. Like, so-and-so needs me, so I need to be there to help them. And y'all, before I go any further, these are really good. If you haven't tried them, try them. They are amazing. But, hey, Roxanne, a lot of people feel that putting themselves first is a problem. They feel like they can wait while they take care of and help other people. And they tend to start doing this all the time, and they don't take time for themselves, and they don't do things for themselves because they're too busy doing things for everybody else, whether it be their husband, whether it be their kids, whether it just be friends, whether it be anybody. It's never a bad thing to be selfish with yourself. Don't feel bad for putting yourself first. When my mother was alive, she'd tell you in a minute, Joe ain't doing nothing for nobody unless it benefit him. And I was like, Mom, why would you say that? That sounds so... She said, because you don't. She said, you don't do nothing you don't want to do. You don't care who it is. If you don't want to do it, you'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Or if somebody asks you to go, Uncle Fred can contest to this. Uncle Fred can contest to this. If you send me to the store, if you give me money and I got change, you're not giving it back because I went to the store. So I would advise you to give me exact change, or at least leave me with a couple of nickels and pennies, because I'm not even giving those back to you. Because if you give me change and it's like $20 or $30 that you're supposed to get back, you're not getting it back. That's just who I've always been. I've always felt I'm not going to put anybody before I put myself. I'm going to always be number one, because at the end of the day, most people aren't going to put you first. There are people that will, but most people are going to put themselves first. Most people are going to always do what benefits them. Even if in the process of helping you, it benefits them. You may ask them can they take you somewhere? And they happen to say yes. And that's only because in the process of dropping you off there, they're going 4 more blocks down. It ain't taking them out of their way. But if it takes them out of their way, they'll look at you and tell you, no, I can't do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. You should do stuff from the heart. You should do stuff because you want to do it. You should do things because you're not looking for anything in return. Because when you start looking for things in return, that's when you start getting really angry at people, really mad at people, because it becomes an expectation that I did this, so you should do that, and it doesn't work that way. Or I gave them this, and when they needed this, I did that, and da-da-da-da. And then when it's your turn, they don't do it, or they don't care, and then you get mad. And you have a lot of people that'll look at you and say, well, I didn't ask you to do it. You did it because you wanted to do it. And in actuality, as cold-hearted as that sounds, it's true. You did it because you wanted to do it, especially if they didn't ask you. If they don't ask you and you just volunteer, oh, I'll do it, and then here you come, oh, my car broke, and could you give me a ride down to so-and-so to the grocery store because I need food and I don't have a ride and I don't have money for Uber, I just have money for food, and they tell you no. You're going to be like, oh, okay, and then hang up the phone and say, oh, but when that bitch needed a ride, I did this and I did that, and she didn't even have to ask me. I just volunteered. Your fault, not their fault. Stop having expectations that people are supposed to do things when they don't have to, when you did it for them, because that's when you get disappointed. When you set expectations for people because you put them first and you didn't put yourself first, you didn't stop to think of how it was really going to make you feel if the shoe was reversed, or if, you got to put you first. If you don't want to do something, if you don't want to go somewhere, if you don't want to eat something, if you don't, whatever it is, you have to put yourself first. That's part of self-love, is putting you first. It's not a selfish thing. And don't say, I'm sorry, but I have to. No, what are you sorry for? I'm going to get my nails done, and taking you to the store is I'm going to miss my appointment, and I'm not missing my appointment. I've been waiting for this for a week, so unfortunately, you're going to have to find somebody else. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, people appreciate you more when you tell them the truth and let them know where you stand, as opposed to sitting around bullshitting, and then they find out because you done sat and talked to them about somebody else, and then somebody else come along and go, well, girl, you should have never asked her to take you to the store, because that bitch talked about you like a dog. And you be like, what? But she never told me that. When I asked, she said yes, and with a smile, and blah, 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 blah. Well, that ain't what she told me. She told me you knew she was going to get her nails done, and you was like, well, I really need to go to the store. Can you just drop me off? And she told me she missed her nail appointment because of you. She had to wait 3 more hours and blah, 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 blah. Come on now. That's a bunch of okie doke. You just need to be up front. No, I got something to do. No, unfortunately, you got to find somebody else. That saves you the trouble of talking about them. And that saves them. Now, they can get in their feelings and talk about you and be mad, but at the end of the day, all they can say was that you was honest and you did what you wanted to do for you. People have to understand, I don't have to not do for me to do for you. That's that entitlement thing that I get so angry with people these days, especially the younger generation. They're entitled. You have to do. You can't tell me no. Child, as long as it's me, I can tell you whatever I want to tell you. Yes, no, maybe so. Go dig a hole, bitch. Because I ain't got time for all of that. And y'all need to be the same way. And that comes with self-love. Because see, with self-love comes, I don't give a fuck what anybody think about me. I don't care what you say about me. You can talk about me all day long. I don't give a damn, because at the end of the day, I'm still Joseph McRae. You can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, I'm still Joseph McRae, one of the MKingz, on YouTube with my own show. So you can say whatever you want about me. Because believe me, there are plenty of bitches out there talking about me like a dog, especially when I roll across their screen and they can't stand me. And most of them can't stand me. You know why? Because I did what I did for me. And I took my life back, and I was like, no, bitch, I don't have to listen to you. You're not going to say and tell me what to do. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not going to sit here and deal with your shenanigans just because everybody else do. I'm not going to sit here and just let you talk about me like a dog and think that that's okay. And then I become, we get that cookie crunch and you still doing the same thing. I'm the fool, not you. I'm the fool because I knew who you was when I found out. The minute I bit into the cookie, I knew who you was. But I sat there and said, oh no, this ain't chocolate chip, this oatmeal raisin. And I kept eating a bunch of chocolate chip cookies, screaming in my mind, they oatmeal raisin, because I wanted oatmeal raisin. But I'm sitting there eating a chocolate chip cookie, knowing damn well it's chocolate chip. But in my mind, because that's what I want, it's oatmeal raisin. And then when I realized I done ate a whole box of chocolate chip cookies, now I'm mad. I should have been mad with the first bite. Maybe the second bite. Maybe you got tricked on the first one. Because there are some good people out here that can trick your ass real quick. So it take a little bit more. But on the second or third cookie, you should know that bitch ain't no oatmeal raisin cookie, that it's a motherfucking chocolate chip cookie. And if you still sitting there knowing you want oatmeal raisin eating chocolate chip, you the problem. Not the baker, you the problem. Because you pretending like something ain't what it really is. And that's what a lot of y'all do. And again, it goes back to what Tramel was talking about. Y'all need to take things for what they are and stop making them what you want them to be in your mind. Or sitting back, wishing and hoping that it changes into what you want. Because by the time you get to the last cookie, you done sat there wishing you was eating oatmeal raisin and you ate the last chocolate chip cookie. Because it ain't going to change. Time change, weather change. People don't change. Like the weather just changed. It was bright and sunny outside, and I was going to take Joe Mel for a walk around the park. It was pouring down rain just that quick. Weather changed. Time changes. The time done changed about 1,000 times since we've been on the phone because of that one little hand going around and around. But guess what? People don't change. People are who they are. When they show you who they are, like Maya Angelou said, believe them. Believe them. Because it is what it is. And when y'all start learning to be selfish with yourself and take care of you and stop worrying about everybody else, you're going to live a better life. You're going to be happy. I had to teach my husband. I had to teach Tramel that. In the beginning, Tramel thought I was the most selfish person and that I was mean and I was cruel and I was evil. And I had to show him, Tramel, watch people. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you. Everything is to benefit them. And if inconveniencing you benefits them, they're going to do it. And you let them do it. So you can't even be mad at it. Because if you let them do it, then why get mad? As he said, scratch your ass and be glad. I mean, we do it all the time. We do things and then we get mad after we did them. Don't do them to begin with. There's nothing wrong with saying no. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first. There's nothing wrong with being number one. You can't be, as much as I love my husband, if you ask me who's number one, I'm going to tell you I am. Because if I'm not number one, he can't be anything else. But a lot of us create things and feel that if we get with somebody else, we're going to be happy. And this person is going to make me happy and I'm going to accomplish all my dreams. And then you get with this person and you're more miserable than you was without. Because they ain't who they supposed to be. And you sitting there creating stuff in your head. Hey, Melissa. And you sitting there creating stuff in your head. These are amazing. But yeah. My thing is, for real, learn to put yourself first. Learn that nobody is more important than you. Learn if you're not happy, nobody else around you is going to be happy. Y'all don't understand. If you read about it, if you read, like, I'm like into sciencey, sci-fi stuff. Everything has energy. Everything in this world is based off energy, the energy that it emits. Energy, energy, energy. The world, the globe, the universe, you, your molecules in your skin, everything is energy. And if you've ever paid attention that Have you ever gone out and just was like, I'm going out and just threw on some sweatpants or just whatever, or put on a t-shirt and was like, I'm just going to the store. That's the day everybody want to say, hey, how you doing? What's good? Damn, Mom, you look thick today. You look good. Well, and you in your mind going, bitch, I look a hot mess. And then you get all done up, knowing you this shit, knowing, it's all about me. And nobody says anything to you. It's because of the energy you're emitting. The energy you have when you just don't care is, I don't care. I'm good. I'm good like this. I'm fine. I don't care. I'm just out here to do what I need to do. And that energy emits. And to everybody, you look good because guess what? In your mind, you just going to do your thing. But when you look good, the energy you emit is, I know I'm the shit, bitch. Don't even come over here if you ain't on my level. Don't even think about looking at me and getting an answer. The energy you're emitting is so different than when you just went outside and just didn't care. It has nothing to do with how you look. It's the energy that you're emitting, and energy attracts energy. Negative energy attracts negative energy. Positive energy attracts positive energy. And when you go out looking any old way, believe it or not, that's positive energy. Because it says, you know what, I really don't care. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. But when you all done up, that energy comes a little negative because it's like, I'm a stuck up bitch and I know I'm a shit. So the only people you're going to attract are other people that's walking around with that same energy you have at that moment. So I may look at you and go, damn, all right, bitch, you better work. Because you know what? I'm emitting the same energy. I have that same energy right at there because I walked out the house feeling just like you. It's not going to attract energy that's opposite of it because they're not going to, their energy is just not going to vibe right. It's like you have somebody with all this positive energy and, you know, let's hug a tree and make the world a better place. And here you come with, hug a tree, bitch. Do you know I got on an $800 dress? I ain't hugging nobody's tree. But when you in a t-shirt and jeans, you omit that let's hug a tree energy because you really don't care how you look at that moment. It's just, this is who I am, take it or leave it. I'm here to do something and whatever. And it just really is what it is. You got to love you first. You got to put you first. And I promise you, everything else will fall into line. Everything in your life that's out of whack will fall into line. Because you will start to realize everything that you was doing and how people treated you and how you let people use and abuse you, none of that matters. None of that matters no more. Because guess what? You love yourself and you put you first. And everything else will fall into line. Everything else will just be what it is, and you'll be okay with it. It won't bother you like before. It won't be, well, what are they going to say if I say, no, I really don't want to do this, but, if I don't, they're going to be mad, and who gives a fuck? Let them be mad. Let's just pretend you didn't have a car to take them somewhere. Let's just pretend you didn't have the means to help them. What would they do then? So when you don't feel like doing it, let's just pretend like you didn't have the opportunity. You didn't have what they needed at the moment. What would they do? They'd call somebody else, right? They'd find somebody else that could help them, right? So if you don't feel like doing something, that's what your answer needs to be. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now. I wish I could, but I can't. So you're going to have to find somebody else. Well, I don't know anybody. If you can recommend somebody, recommend them. But I mean, if somebody want me to take them somewhere and I don't want to go, I ain't going to say call so-and-so. Because I ain't going to put it off on somebody else. Let them decide to call who they want to call. But I'm just saying, because I've done it. I've seen people do it. I've had to talk some people down because I can't believe this, and they do this, and they do that. And I'm like, well, why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep letting people do this to you? It's not them, it's you. Until you open your mouth and tell people no, or I'm not doing this anymore, or this was for that one time, I'm not going to continue to do this. You the fool. It ain't them, it's you. But you want to sit around and blame them. They always, because you always allow them to. You always let them. And, it's just, I get so angry with people sometimes. I listen to them and I have to say to myself, everybody ain't you. Everybody ain't you. Everybody ain't gonna do like you do. Everybody ain't gonna move like you. But I hate when I hear people sit and say, well, they did this and they did that. And, and I'm like, you don't realize the part you played in all of that? This ain't the first time. It's like the 101st time. And you don't see the part you're playing in it. Well, I just can't say no. Okay, well then shut up and stop talking about it. How about that? Stop talking about it. Because you're allowing it. As long as you allow it, it's going to happen. You know why? Because you don't put yourself first. You don't do what you're supposed to do for you. You're too busy worried about what they're going to say or what they're going to think. Or, Jesus said, I'm supposed to help everybody and I'm supposed to do this. And the Bible says, well, the Bible didn't say talk about them after you did either. The Bible said do it with joy, give with joyful spirit. That's why when Uncle Fred in church, he started dancing around the line and I'll be cracking up. And then I'll be like, are you serious? He said, yeah, the Bible said give with a joyful spirit. And my spirit is joyful because I'm giving. But it's true. Why do something and then talk about them or talk about it after you're done because you really didn't want to do it in the first place? It makes absolutely no sense. People do it all the time. You know why? Because you didn't want to do it and you wanted to put you first. I'm never going to stop doing what I want to do for somebody. Now, when I say that, now if you die and need me to take you to the hospital and my plan was to go out to eat, yes, my plan can wait because you need to go to the hospital. I'm going to be mad. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to do it with attitude. But I'm going to take you to the hospital. But if you tell me you need to get to a nail appointment and I'm going out to eat, you can be rest assured if your nail salon ain't within a block radius of where I'm going, it ain't happening. It ain't happening because I'm not putting myself out just for you. I'm not changing my plans just for you. This is what I plan to do. And if you just pop up with some emergency, well, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, I'm busy. Now you tell me, oh, I need to go to the hospital. That's a whole nother story. But just to take you somewhere to do that ain't happening. That ain't gonna happen. Now, if I'm sitting home doing absolutely nothing, that's a different story. If I feel like getting up and driving you someplace, I will. I would. And I still might have a little attitude. Because I didn't want to be doing this in the first place. Save your little gas money. I don't want your little gas money. I'm that person. Don't get in my car back. Well, here's $5 for gas. First of all, in this day and age, $5 ain't doing shit for gas. And second of all, it's not about that. It's about inconveniencing me. I don't need your $5 to sit on my couch. What is your $5 doing? $5 in my gas tank, child. I can't even buy a pack of cigarettes for $5. And gas is like damn near $4. So, people don't stop to think that just the mere fact that you inconveniencing somebody means that they are really going out of their way for you at that moment. And yes, it would be great if when we needed them people, they would help us back. But a lot of times it don't happen that way. I'm very much a victim of that. I'm very much a victim of doing things for people. Then when it's my turn, ain't nobody around, don't nobody know nothing, It just was like I never did anything for them. And I had to learn, guess what? Either do it without the expectation of them doing something back for you when you need it, or just don't do it at all. And I had to put me first. You got to put you first. As Bob the drag queen says, first. You gotta go. You gotta be first. And being first comes with self-love. Because then you realize your value. Then you realize who you are, why you are the way you are. People can't make you feel bad for doing you. It just is what it is. It's a tough road. It's hard to get to. It's hard to get there for some people. Some people can get there like this. Others, it takes a while because they just can't change that part of themselves. They just can't see themselves just saying no. I can't say no. Well, you better learn. Because the more you say yes, the more they're gonna ask. So, to sum over this topic, don't feel bad for putting yourself first. You are number one. And if you can't be number one to you, you damn sure can't be number one to anybody else. You can't. Because you don't love you enough to know your worth, your value, your like Tremel said last night, there's nobody else in this world like Joseph. Nobody. I am my own unique individual. I am the way I was created to be. And that's just what it is. It's just what it is. And if you don't like me, oh well. I don't know what to tell you. Because just like I was created to be me, there are people that were created to like me. People don't happen in your life by accident. These people are there because, for whatever reason, they know you. They know who you are. They know who you are as a person. Maybe you're supposed to help them, and then when they leave out of your life, let them go. The torrential downpour. Yeah, you gotta. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. And a lot of times, some good people walk out of our lives, and we like, damn. I'm telling you, I told the Lord when I got on dialysis and my whole world came crashing down before me. I remember I said, God, just remove everybody out of my life that ain't for me. And baby, one by one. And I'm sitting there gagging, going, what? I ain't gonna be left with nobody. Like, for real, Jesus, this what we doing? And I said, you know what? I said, God, remove everybody out of my life that ain't for me. And I let them go. Some was hard. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them was hard. I'm like, but I've known this person for years. I'm like, I've known them, like, people I just met, whatever. But people that I've known for years, that just up and out of the blue didn't want to be bothered with me. Up and out of the blue showed me who they really were. I was like, wow, I'm never going to say that again. But I don't have to now. Because honestly, most of the people in my life are for me. They are rooting me on. They are my biggest cheerleaders. And that's what I want in my life. Like I said, I want the positive energy. I don't need no more negative energy around me. I'm 50 years old. I don't need no more negative energy. I don't need that. And well, I was going to say something, but I can't say that word on YouTube. But I don't need that F energy. I don't. Like, that is just like the worst energy to have around you. And in my, I'm not going to say my circle, or I don't like saying lifestyle because I keep telling y'all the same lifestyle. But in that circle, there's a lot of negative energy. You guys see it. So you see some of it on YouTube. So me and Tremel try to stay away from that because I don't want that energy. I can give it. I believe me. If it comes to me, I can give it back. But I don't want that no more in my life. So when those people started being removed, I was like, okay, God, I see you. Okay. I'm a little hurt right now, but okay, I see you. I see you working. I can't be mad at that. I asked for this. So I have to sit back and accept what's happening right now. And I even had somebody leave that I didn't think was going to leave. They came back. But it was just a mere fact that I was like, ooh, okay, them two, Lord. Okay. And I didn't know, I really was like shocked. And then they came back. And I was like, okay, all right. Okay, Lord, I got you. Y'all got to mean what you say and say what you mean. Because a lot of y'all start asking God for stuff, and when He start doing it, y'all won't follow through because you be in a state of shock. Like, oh no, not them. And you start calling people, hey, how you doing? I haven't heard from you in forever. Because now you like, oh wait, no, not them. I didn't mean them, Lord. And you trying to fix what He already fixed. You trying to undo what He already did that you asked Him to do. And then your life start going in a spiral, and you wonder why. It's because of you undid what God did that you asked Him to do in the first place. But you was too weak to accept what He did because you was scared because you didn't know what was coming next. See, me, I wasn't scared. I was just a little sad. I said, damn, I ain't gonna have no friends. Damn, I ain't gonna have no friends. But I didn't undo nothing that He did. I let it stand. I sure did. I ain't gonna sit and lie and say my spirit didn't say, pick up the phone and call them. Pick up the phone and apologize. Or pick up the phone and this. No. God said they had to be gone. They're gone. Period. End of story. I told my other friends, I don't want to know about them. I don't care if they die. I don't want to know. You know, they didn't listen. They would send me screenshots. They would this, they would that. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. When God said be done, and I'm done. That's why I'm done. I'm not gonna undo what God did. That's like somebody put out a fire in your house and your dumb ass stand there and set it back on blaze. Like, well, bitch, you want to burn up? You want to burn? Because I mean, I just put out the fire, but you set it back. Stop undoing what God already did, because you scared. Because see, sometimes we ask for things, and then when they happen, you be like, "Oh my God, I didn't mean this. What am I gonna do now?" You sit back and let it go. If he did what you asked him to do, clearly he got a bigger plan for you that you don't know nothing about. He was just waiting for you to say that. Remove all the negativity out of my life, and bang, 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 they all leave. And now you sitting there like, well, God, I didn't mean them. I mean, well, God, I didn't. But you said remove all the negativity. So he did that because he knows people's heart. You don't know people's heart. Clearly, if they still there, you don't know their heart. I do. So I'm removing them. And you get scared. Well, but not them. Not them. But he was the one that paid my rent. How my rent gonna get paid now? And but no, not him. He was the one that took me to the movies and dinner every weekend. Now I'm not gonna have it. How you know he ain't gonna send you one man to do all that? One man that you really like, that you really love, to do all that. But those negative ones had to go for the good one to come. Because a good man ain't gonna sit around and let you be fat with other men. That ain't gonna roll. That ain't gonna happen. So eventually you gonna have to cut them off to begin with anyway. Or just friends to hang out with. So what? If you have to go to the bar by yourself and sit at the bar and have a drink, you was born alone, you gonna die alone. Be alone. Be alone. Like I was fine before I met you. That was my favorite thing to tell people. I was fine before I met you, and I'll be even better that you're going. Think about it. What did you do before you knew that? What is this person really bringing into your life that you didn't have before you met them? And be honest, what are they really bringing to your life that you didn't have before you met them? And I ain't just talking about a man or a husband or a wife or boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm talking about friends, just in general, because y'all be finding it hard to let friends go. Sometimes I know people that found it more hard to let friends go than it was to let a man go or a woman go, because they ain't take no shit from that. It was like, child, I don't have to deal with you. But when it came to a friend, child, they wouldn't let them go to save their life, and now they understand it. So what did this person bring to your life that was so spectacular that if they leave, you're going to miss it? Think about it. And then ask yourself, why am I holding on to that? What is so toxic about them that I can't, because it's toxic, that I can't let go and figure it out. But y'all, I would love to stay here longer, but be here tomorrow at 11:30. I'll be on tonight for Joseph Rants. And tonight, Tramel is going to come on at 8:30? At 8 o'clock for another up close and personal. Don't miss it, because last night was hard. My phone died. Like it's about to die. Oh, I got to do that thing. We'll do it for your phone. Got a charge? Or, yeah, we'll use your phone for the Zoom. No, for the Zoom, because my phone is dead. And it don't matter. They sent a link that we can get into. And if it don't work, then you know me, Tramel. Plug my phone in. The child, you know that type of thing. Hey, Michelle and Melissa, if you plug it into the fast charger, it should charge quick enough to do a Zoom call. Yes, y'all. So, Tramel will be on tonight again. Don't miss that. Where am I plugging it? That's my phone. Oh, I don't need it. I'm about to get off. Yes, y'all. So, Tramel will be on tonight. I'm sorry. Tramel will be on tonight at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. So just look out for that. And don't miss it, because last night was hot. Y'all killed my phone. And I had to watch it on the TV downstairs. That's why I really wasn't in comments like that. And make sure you are following us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And if you want to join and become part of the McRae King's Kingdom, hit that join button. If you don't see it, it's because you're on an iPhone or iPad, and for whatever reason, they don't come up on Apple devices. So the link will be in the description box where you can join the channel and be a knight at the round table. Also, make sure you check out the McRae King's boutique and get everything there to be different and McRae Kingz. And when we start back with Coffee with the Kingz, you can have Coffee with the Kingz. Get your official night mug on our McRae King's boutique. And you can have coffee with the Kingz. Literally. This is one of 4. So if you're not particularly fond of this one, it's one of 4. And the colors are different as well. You can choose your color. I think it's like up to 15 different colors. And make sure you look out for me tomorrow at 11:30 or 12 o'clock, depending on when I wake up. Tomorrow morning for the King Morning Show, featuring me tomorrow, Joseph McRae with Joseph Rants. Please, if you have something for me to rant about tomorrow, email me at TheMKingz@gmail.com and let me know. And I'll talk about it tomorrow. Well, I'll rant about it tomorrow, because Lisa likes to say Joseph Rant. And if you want to book the McRae Kingz, feel free to email us at bookthemcraekingz@gmail.com, and we can host your event. If you're getting married and don't have someone to marry you, we can do that as well. We are licensed officiators. And with that being said, if you want to also help the McRae King's platform, guess what? The Cash App is right there. You can Cash App us at TheMKingz, and you can help support our platform. Of course, to do this. But in any case, you support us anyway by showing up and watching and being part of the conversation. And we appreciate you for all that and all that you do and all the comments that you leave. And yes, when you leave a comment after the video, well, if you're here while we're live, you can put your comments in the chat. But after the video, if you watch the replay, if you make a comment and it seems like now if people are cursing or using certain language, YouTube is deleting the comment. It's because, again, I had a good comment yesterday and I could only see part of it because YouTube deleted it and said that the comment went against their guidelines and standards. And again, it was a good comment. I'm going to say because the person cursed in it, that's in the word they used was like really, I guess, considered a bad word. And they deleted the comment. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm going in deleting comments that y'all leave, because I'm not, because most of the ones that I can't see, I want to see because they're really good. And I really, 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 really want that person that left that comment Sunday to contact Speak Your Truth with Roxanne, because your story, based on what you wrote to me, is it's not a, it's amazing because of the magnitude of what you said. It's not amazing because of what happened. So I have to stress that, because I don't want you to think I think that what you put was amazing, because it wasn't. It was amazing, the magnitude of what happened. And I believe if you're able to and you want to
6 minutes, Papa,
tell your story, Roxanne would be the one, because she can really relate to some of the things. If you watched her interview with us, she can really relate to the things on a level with you that you said. So with that being said, y'all, I gotta go to the Zoom call. I love you all. Thank you for coming. Please walk in love, peace, sunshine, happiness, and I'm gonna say rain, because it's raining, pouring down rain right now. Always remember, it's what? Team McRae all damn day. Peace, y'all.